Good morning, gems. Good morning, you beautifuls. You beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls, you. Oh, man. Oh, man. How was your guys this weekend? I had a pretty good weekend. I don't have my pillow, so I feel short. Can you guys see me? Obviously. Duh. I feel short without my pillow. Let me see. This weekend for me. Oh, God. You know what this weekend was for me, guys? A reality check. In all ways possible. Literally all ways possible. Extended family with mental illnesses, addictions, and seeing it. Oh man, it's just like in such a short time frame, 8 years, just like that. Unrecognizable to me. I want and I have so much hope for this person to want better, and I believe that if I just keep hope alive for them and keep saying blessings endlessly all day, every day, like I do for everybody, I believe in my heart it'll pay off. I'm going to speak it into existence. I'm going to know it. I'm going to see this in flourishing. I'm using that crown chakra for everything it's capable of when it comes to my hopes and my blessings for this specific person and other people, all people, different levels in my life, different peoples, different branches on my tree, so to speak, all get the same blessings. Some just have some intentions put on them for life to be their teacher. And I say this from a good place. Sometimes the fucked up places I was in, that I put myself in, it helped me in more ways than I can even describe. Then I can look back at it now and be kind of proud about it, you know? Not proud of the actions that got me there, obviously. It's not what we're talking about. The me that came out of it, the me that saw me through it, carried me, so to speak. I'm proud of that, you know. I could have went another way, could have went darker, could have went more of anything other than the way I went. But choosing me got me out of there and got me to where I'm at today. Every single little piece at a time. Like I said, and I say it in all my videos, it's not about one step at a time for me. It's about one piece at a time. So that piece, big, small, or whatever, you know, I have to learn to carry that piece, whether it's a light piece, a heavy piece, a complicated piece, whatever the piece is, I have to learn to carry it somewhere in my life, right? We all do. So you have to account for that when you are learning to be a new person with yourself, and that comes with the patience and all of that. You know, it all comes in time, and when it's meant to come. It won't come one moment sooner, but it'll never be 1 second late. It will be exactly when it was meant to happen. How the timing of that works out still behooves me. It just keeps me wanting to know more, you know? It's like I'm chasing the universe to see how it knew that. You never can get ahead of it. Or at least I can't. Can't get above it. Can't get below it. but I can definitely go in it. And that's the best part. Like, the gates are just wide open. They've been there the whole time. I'm not going that way. I intentionally stayed from there. So, this weekend for me, I got a lot of shadow work done for myself, because being in that dripping negative stirred all kinds of what I could have been, what I could have done, what I would have done, all that shit, you know. It stirred all of that shit up, and it's just like, okay, it's just real easy to let Cece out. But I held it. I held my composure, I held my mind frame, and somehow held on to my positivity. I had a lot of help from a lot of people that I've met in a very short period of time, but have literally just entered my inner circle like overnight and shit, and it's like, wow. And it's because of them people that I'm honored. I'm honored to be able to sit here on this beautiful Monday, even though it's in the 50s. It's a little chilly, but it's beautiful. The sun is out, the colors, perfect. The sun feels warm. The wind's a little nipply, but chilly. Sorry, change of words. But I did a lot of growing, and and I had a lot of positive too this weekend. I had actual conversations with people, even though it was on a telephone. We got to see each other. We got to laugh. We got to interact with each other's, like, just day-to-day shit that we were doing around the house. It was just nice to have interaction and conversation. Oh, man. It feels so good to have that connection. And it's all positive. Like, there's no bullshit. It's not negative. It's just inspiring, and it's fun, and it's interactive, and it was positive. Like, it's just wonderful. Like, I love that. I love that shit, man. I love that shit. So, I went through all four corners of the emotional spectrum this weekend. I hope you guys had a more lifted, higher, positive weekend than I. But if you had a emotional one, you know, like I did, man, somehow that's gonna fit. I don't know how, but I feel like that's gonna fit somehow. We made it. And I learned something through all of it too. You know, there was something that I needed to see for myself. Maybe I wouldn't have believed, hearing from other people how bad this person was. I wouldn't have believed it, because they weren't like that 8 years ago. Like, at all. No part of it. So, I got to see firsthand what mental illness is always different, but this particular case, oh man, I definitely saw things I can't unsee, but I absolutely forgive, and it's because of that I want them to get help so much faster and so much more. They need it detrimentally. They need it. Oh my. Okay, you guys are active today. What is the deal? Flipping over on me and stuff? Do we have enough? Like, let me make sure. Because it definitely felt like another card flipped on me. Did you guys see that? I know I'd be shuffling kind of fast, so... Well, I guess not. But, you know, I thought that one week, a few weeks ago, and went to cleanse my deck and put it up, and was going through my cards, and there was a card flipped over. I can't remember what it was now, but I was like, that was meant for the raid! But I didn't know, it was just buried in there, and I didn't see it. So, oh, well, that's quite fitting, actually. You know, these messages are just as much for me as they are for you And every single person that hears it, that listens, that takes the time to just stop or keep doing, but listen, they want a positive message, and that's kind of my whole thing with it, is to keep it positive. Because, I mean, come on. We can't have negative and we're working with Metatron. It doesn't work like that, right? Like, he removes negative thoughts and replaces them with positive ways to see it. But it looks like we got some blind spots here. 3 of them. But so, I don't really look like too bad of blind spots. But you know what we do with blind spots? We set them over to the side for right now. And we work on our message first. And somehow it always manages to work out to be almost 10 cards every single time. I like this. So, our cards this week are Stars in the Sky, Woodwives, and here's the one that I said somehow this is going to make sense. We're going to figure it out. Stranger, Sorcerer, Curse in reverse. I had to grab it a funny way, but it fell out in reverse. Curse in reverse. Well, now I'm putting it upright and I'll get confused once I get into the message. Then we have Earth, Galactic Mushrooms. Interesting. Always, right? The Journey. The Witness. Witnesses. Right? The Serpent. Seeing the Curse in reverse, seeing the Witness, seeing the Journey, and the Serpent, I can't help but feel like that right there is for all of us to understand that we don't always understand why we witness something or we sense something, like we know something. We don't know why we were the ones to witness it or hear it, accidentally record it, right time, right place. We don't understand that always because of the bigger plan. Serpent, the Curse, and the Journey. It's the Witness that's really just standing out to me. There is a reason for every single thing that we go through. Some of us don't believe that. Some of us believe that everything that happens we do to ourselves. Because they've never had one of those situations happen. Or at least they're not honestly seeing it for what it is. They're making up an excuse or calling it something else and, rivering somewhere. Denial. But we're not focusing on that, right? We're acknowledging it. We're understanding that it will have its place in time, whether it resonates with us, benefits, or distracts us. We have to know that we were the vessel to see it and witness it for some reason, whether we know right then and there or not. And we can't question that, right? Not if we truly, honestly believe in something greater than ourselves. At least I know I do. And it's not because of anything other than life itself. Like, period. She is literally the best teacher. And she puts us in places for a reason. So these top 4 cards that are just really saying me, 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 pick me, start here, is so valid, right? It's valid beyond being like, you can't make this shut up. So, to each and every one of us that this has happened to in life, whether it just happened this weekend, a year ago, 10 years ago, when you were a child, whenever, or hasn't happened yet. And we all know what yet means, right? You're eligible to. There's your definition of yet. So, take that for what it's worth. If it hasn't happened yet, you're very eligible for it to be coming up real quick, like, because it's showing up that there is something you're destined. Although it may be uncomfortable, it may even hurt like hell. It may be fantastically beautiful. It could be truly horrible, though. But it's not going to break you and it's not going to affect you. It's just something that you need to see for yourself. So that if this pattern is in you, seeing it at its worst in someone else will hopefully awaken the subconscious you and say, I'm done. I hear you, I see, I understand, I'm changing immediately. I'm starting this now. I'm letting go of this yesterday. Or at least that's how it happened for me. Like, literally, it didn't happen overnight until I was in a situation that I put myself in. And what I saw was me in 5, 10, 20 more years. This is you. Just keep going. Keep doing this shit. And this is you in 5, 10, 20 more years. This person that you're looking at, that's you. Immediately. Absolutely not. One day I'll tell you the story. Stay tuned, it'll happen. But anyway, the stranger. It almost makes sense that you would be the person, the witness of this possible good or bad situation, but you would be the stranger in this situation witnessing it. So now that 5th card is just like ding 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 ding, like it's just there, right? I know that Metatron has positive everything. And you've got to understand that there is definitely positive out of these 5 cards that don't feel good. How do I know this? And I'll say it again. Curse was in reverse. But everything else is upright. Stranger, witness, serpent, journey. You are the witness to something that could be ugly as hell. But you just need to witness. And then recognize. This is that thing that I'm always throwing in our faces, including mine, because I look in a mirror every day. And I remind Hershey that there's something Hershey can work on today inside of you. And I do. A couple of little lines in my journal. Etch or draw something. I work with clay a lot, like the foam clay. I like it. I don't know. I think it's the texture. I don't know. Don't judge me. But I like the foam clay a lot. I make these little crazy little figurines. Of course, I can't put my hands on one right now, but they're just the cutest little things. I made this really cute owl. Anyway, okay, off topic. Anyway. Be that stranger that witnesses this and then recognize it. So, unlearn, relearn, and then remove that part of you that must immediately change. Or what you witnessed could be you. In a positive way. This is life giving you, this is your not once and only, because that's not how life works. Life gives us chance after chance after chance after chance. to fix it. But you have one of those chances either coming up, like I said, if it hasn't happened yet, it's coming. But if you absolutely know what I'm talking about right now, because that was me for the last 12, 13 days, this totally resonates. Totally resonates. And yeah, I smoke pot. But it is also a reminder of mental health. And I always have to keep mine in check, because it can deteriorate. Not having people around a lot because you've run them all off and nobody wants to be around you. Yeah, I don't want that in my future. So there are mental things with my anger that triggers me, my temper. Sometimes I do that stupid shit, that Geminis do, because we wander around aimlessly looking for something to get our hands into, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I saw a lot of me that I could work on mentally. And I'm going to take advantage of that, because I know what I don't want to be. So that absolutely, now that I see it for what it is, tied to the stranger card, yeah, I totally get it. And I think you guys do too. Like I said, even if it's not something that you can just be like, yep, I know exactly it. Don't forget that the message is still out here for you today. And when it is applicable and applying, know that it's meant, and you will be fine. No matter how uncomfortable it may be, you will be fine. So, there's something with this beautiful new moon that we have today that wants to address something. And by that, you also see I have my new moon deck out, right? Yay, go Hershey, I remembered. But it's about adaptability, timeless opportunities, divine matrix, and the connection with Earth. So, when I say endless possibilities, I'm literally talking about, that infinity symbol that just goes on and on and on and on. It never ends. Or in mathematical equations, when you have the line, but it has an arrow at both ends, meaning that it's emphatic, like the pi. 3.14 squared 0.3333333. Like the arrow just keeps going and going and going. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Do you see it? This person is made of stars. If you have this deck, you guys know I work with the mega deck is the Shaman's Dream and the Mystical Shaman's Dream, 2 Colette Baron Reed decks. So glowing stardust, swinging on a star swing, hovering over a bridge, looking at the water reflection, looking at all the sky, some kind of galaxy floating around back here. It could be the Milky Way, maybe something completely different, who knows, because we don't know what realm this is actually from, right? That's the best part. Why? Because we're somewhere on some galaxy mushrooms. We are in the Matrix. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and indulge in any kind of anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in these 4 cards, we are in the Matrix, and some people use things to help them, guide them, get them there, right? Okay. They've done it for 1,000,000 years, smoking peyote and all that other crap that they've used to smoke. Ooh, could you imagine? Anyway, okay. Look. Okay. Focus. Anyway. Alright. So, the intentions of what we're doing with this being a new moon, that's a lot of good energy coming down from the sky and the stars and everything up there. It's up there right now. We just can't see it because the sun is so bright. The adaptability that I see going on here is about being able to move and change and blow in the wind with the elements as they come, being diverse, being moldable, bendable, but not for other people, for yourself, for what you believe in, what you want to put more weight in, strength in, faith in. That, to me, is adaptability when you're working on yourself and you're allowing the matrix to help you heal with your team and your spirit guides. And with all of that, you'll want to do it with an earth connection. Obviously, it's a part of us. We live here. We're part of Gaia. We are a part of her. She is a part of us. In every single thing that we do, it is all part of the biome. So we have to indulge and remember that as we take in everything around us, take in that earth too. So I still have to check our blind spots, but that's on the way out. Remember, just enjoy the energy for what it is and don't give up. So we got reflect on your priorities. So reflecting on our priorities, absolutely, priorities, home, children, spouse, loved one, significant other, all of that is great. But you are your number one priority. So set you some intentions, write them down, get you some intention candles going, and have a very, very wonderful night. And know that this new moon is full of possibilities just for you. And we're still on the outside of the 1111 portal, so all that's still going on real good. Even though it's closing and shutting down, it's still really good. So on our blind spot, we got the Will-O-Wisp, Eagle, and Beauty Way. So for our blind spots, there's treasures hidden in the shadows. Almost kind of goes with those first 5 cards, right? Well, the 6th card being you, being the stranger, the witness. The willow and the wisp. You're kind of there, but you're not there. Seen but unseen. Yeah. Not saying belittle, but what I'm saying is that there is something very honorable and treasurable in that shadow. So absolutely get out there, look for it in a positive way. Don't go looking for trouble. Not what I'm saying. Be available for when it happens, but you got to be out there. So that's what I mean. Make yourself available for this to happen and let the blessing and journey begin. Eagle coming in, it can mean a lot of different things, but when we think of eagle, we think of being it is a bird of prey. But let's actually take a look here, and I'm not digging out the Colette Baron reads, okay? So don't judge me. Where is eagle at? Is it not in here? Huh. I can't believe eagle's not in here. I would have thought it would have been in here. Okay, well, let's see. Which one are you? Which one are you? Let me see. Eagle. I guess I will be reading from Colette Baron Reid. Your best self. So the key word for there, I don't even have to turn to it. 'Cause, I'm me. I got love notes everywhere. So I got best self. Page 16. Come on. Okay, so basically what it says is unification, interconnectedness, and a sense of continuum is what this card implies. This card is the circle reminds me and us that we are all one, dancers in the unified, continuous, inclusive circle. It's all about cycles and evolving your higher self to become your best self, ever changing and always connected, human, spirit, nature, cosmos, an intergalactic connection. So, okay, kind of makes sense. A little different for Eagle, but everything, again, back to the biome, we're all part of one system and one function. Beauty Way, like I said, these aren't really blind spots. They're more about just reminders. So, and that's how we're going to look at them this time. We're not going to look at them as blind spots, like we don't see it. It's more like recognizing it and remembering it and honoring this part of us as we go into this great, beautiful energy, and as we come into the beautiful holiday season that's coming up for some, and those that indulge in the holidays. Remind yourself of everything. Literally, stop and smell the flowers, hug a tree, be yourself, but remember to honor yourself first and put you first. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Many blessings. So until next time, gems, I love you. Do all the YouTubey things, and I will see you very soon. Mwah.